With all these boil water alerts, we wanted to know who's accountable to find out what's in the water now. This is what the scientists testing the water are looking for. Take a look at these two samples under a black light. The one on the left is negative. The one on the right, positive for E. coli. That means it has potentially harmful fecal matter that you definitely wouldn't want to drink.
Another part of this bill would require a permanent camera be attached to every school bus to monitor students and the bus driver inside. Now, someone would view the videos randomly on all of these buses.
He's not going to shoot nobody. If he can't take it, he's not going to shoot it.
Is that not the most ludicrous thing? What mama would say that? Well, he wouldn't shoot you, but he will. You know, he'll break in your house and steal everything in your house.
But Skinner says he has a plan that should keep teens from landing in trouble more than once.
The parent or guardian can be held financially responsible for the actions of their children.
I said, I need to smell inside your bag. He told me what I could not do and what he wasn't going to do and what I couldn't do. That's why he's out of the car, for being a smart
But you didn't throw him in.
Be quiet, ma'am.
Officers took Barr into custody after he refused an order to get out of his car.
I was like, well, sir, you haven't given me proper cause. I don't have a reason to get out of my car.
When he encountered that vehicle speeding, that was your probable cause.
Here along the river where the American Queen docks, you could usually drive a vehicle there to launch a boat. Not right now. And for a city known as the River City, lately the river has been getting closer than they care to have it.
This is a real terrible, and I'm sorry. And I have repented to God. I have also apologized to my family for this terrible embarrassment, as well as I have also, I'd like to apologize to the citizens of our great state.
Can you tell us where you went wrong, where this all started, where you started to go downhill?
That's all I got to say. You have a great day.
Prosecutors say Epps ordered no-bid prison contracts for companies tied to McCrory. In the end, Epps admits tax fraud, where he underestimated his 2010 income by $200,000.
Right now, this icy weather has caused an 18-wheeler crash on I-55 in Jackson. Emily Alexander is there live. Emily.
Here on I-55 near Northside Drive, and you can see the southbound lanes are completely shut down because this 18-wheeler flipped, blocking all southbound lanes of I-55.
Winter blast forcing drivers to slow down while others are getting out, making the best of this winter wonderland.
Live look at Greenville using our MDOT Skycam on Highway 82. You can see the snow covering the ground there. Let's get straight over to Chief Meteorologist David Hardman.
Yeah, snow moving out of the Delta, and about 4.5 inches of snow up there in the Delta. You can see it shifting off to the North Columbus, 4.5.
We're on Eagle Lake. It was snowing a couple of hours ago, but it's become a light drizzle now. Take a look at the ground. This is what's stuck of the snow from earlier. In Vicksburg Thursday morning around 7 o'clock, a big rig lost control after getting off of a bridge. That's when it slid and jackknifed. It hit the median. Before that, though, hitting a light pole, knocking it across the road.
And Tootie Tony, who puts out the Belzona Banner, a weekly newspaper.
I love it. It's gorgeous. Sitting in the office looking out the window, it's so calming.
And as kids always do, they found a hill here at an old Indian mound in the eastern part of the city to come and slide down and enjoy the snow as kids will do. For K16 WAPT News, Belzona.
You are not
DNA tests. They can help answer tough questions for some families. And some say where you come from could sometimes determine where you're headed.
Well, we love her so much that we wanted to know what kind of dog she is because we like this breed, obviously, or whatever kind of breed she is.
Emma belongs to 16 WAPT's digital media manager, Angela Williams, and her husband, Mike. The former stray showed up at their home one rainy day.
Looks like a beagle.
So the results are in, and it turns out Emma is a mix of Beagle, Bichon Frise, and Collie, perhaps making her a Bialy Frise. But one thing is for sure, she is definitely unique.
She's a special dog.
Here at the State Health Department, leaders believe changing the law could open the door to an outbreak here. Mississippi's last measles case more than 20 years ago, and the state's immunization rate of 99%, currently the highest in the nation.
We know that over 99% of our school children get properly immunized. And so if you have that level of protection, measles can't get in the state and it can't circulate.
1 in 8 Mississippi couples battles infertility. I know because I'm one of them. It took years of prayer, disappointments, doctor's appointments, and finally a round of in vitro fertilization to get to say I'm pregnant. In tonight's special report, you'll find out why for me and so many other women that high-tech treatment is a last resort.
Law enforcement are concerned they may not know if someone is texting while driving or doing something legal, like making a phone call.
If the person is actually driving down the street, he could just be looking down and said that he wasn't using his phone.
Back then, conservative leaders called his gyrating hips way too sexual. But before you knew it, Elvis had become the king of rock and roll. And then there's Bobby Rush.
Got me working overtime every day.
He's the son of a pastor, and he's been singing a lot about sex since the 1940s.
Because during them time, a lot of people talk about their parents was very religious, would talk about dead devil music.
The things that entertain us are typically things that are the racy things, are the things that are on the edge, or just downright sin.
This game is nuts, folks. Get ready. There's hardly any time for Ole Miss and BYU to prepare for one another, but it's clear the scouting report from the Rebel assistants was heard loud and clear, as you just heard. Defend a three-point shot. BYU goes into half up 17 points, 49-32. Second half, Andy Kennedy's sad. He gets a hug. A pulse forms in his team. Summers dishes to MJ Rhett for the flush, cuts it to under double figures, and then Moody penetrates, leaves it for Dwight Colby. Jam. Show the graphic. Ole Miss is winning now. I'm not excited because I'm an Ole Miss fan or anything like that, but that's amazing. Down 17, they now lead by 4 with under 7 minutes to go in the second half. If they win, I'm literally getting in a car and driving to Jacksonville, Florida as soon as we're done.
So the Rebel season officially over now, but we go to Jacksonville, Florida, where sports director Aslan Hodges joins us live with reaction from today's game.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Ray. You know, on Tuesday, Ole Miss trailed by 17.5 versus BYU, and that wasn't that big of a problem. Today, they went down at half by 12 to Xavier, but it was a big problem.
This is a personnel decision that the board has made. So if there's a parade about trying to have the board change its mind, somebody else needs to lead it.
Dr. Jones has made it clear he would like to keep that job, and there has been a chorus of supporters asking that he stay in place. Former Netscape CEO Jim Barksdale, Archie Manning, the latest to join the ranks. Right now, the IHL board still behind closed doors in an executive session. The Senate faculty at Ole Miss has now issued a statement saying they want Jones to stay in place, and there is a campus rally scheduled for Wednesday at noon at the university, hoping to get this IHL board to change its mind.
Big night last night out in Brandon. We had weather where you live, huge crowd. Got to sign autographs. The entire weather team was there. There's Brittany's big fan. We had a Troop 229 come out.
Yeah.
Boy Scouts, they helped set up extra chairs.
Of course
so
they
many
did.
people out there, so they did their good deed. Great to see everybody in Brandon last night.
And rarely the folks get to see all 4 of you guys together.
We rarely get to see each other at the same time because we all have different shifts. That's right.
Loved it.
That's right, Marcus. We just got here on the scene in Puckett out in Rankin County on Warren Hill Road, and you can see the fire is still blazing out here. Multiple crews on the scene. They tell me it was 2 chicken houses that burned down. No one was injured, but there were more than 22,000 chickens inside.
Yes, as you can see, basically just embers and some framing elements of the chicken house there are still on fire, so that's just going to be, it's going to be a total loss out here.
Finally tonight, congrats to our friend and morning meteorologist, Brittany Bell. Brittany got married around 6 o'clock tonight. Members of the 16 WAPT crew were there to wish her well. Back here at the station, Brittany, we wish you well and a happy marriage as well. And to her husband, don't forget, happy wife, happy life.
That's right.
Nathan, final check of weather.
All right,